12 Gaslighting expressions abusive individuals employ to control you. Have you ever had someone call you crazy for standing up for yourself? Gaslighting is the term used to describe that. It's a technique used by some people to deceive, divert, or alter reality while abusing others. Whatever the method, gaslighting causes you to question what you already know to be true. Gaslighting always starts with the victim being persuaded that their perceptions, feelings, or beliefs are false. The worst aspect is that it can be challenging to identify and manage, particularly when it's happening. It is very difficult for the victim of gaslighting to fight or object to the abuse since the perpetrators brainwash and coerce their victims. At work, home, or with friends, it may occur anywhere. The majority of the time, however, gaslighting takes place in romantic partnerships, particularly when there is a power disparity. The difficult question is, how can you tell whether gaslighting is taking on around you? The gaslighter's statements are the first warning sign to be on the lookout for. Therefore, we've put up a list of some of the terms to watch out for when being gaslighted. The first is, it's your fault. Gaslighters are awful at taking responsibility. A gaslighter will always assign blame to someone else, even though they were unquestionably at fault. They'll accuse you of being to blame for what transpired, how you feel, or even how they feel. And until you give in and accept it, they will keep placing the blame on you. It's your fault if they're dissatisfied. It is also your fault if you're miserable. You simply can't prevail. I'm not angry, says number 2. What are you discussing? When a toxic person is upset, they frequently express their anger by using nonverbal indicators like indirect aggression or the silent treatment, and they may even penalize you. However, when you inquire as to their source of annoyance, they present a blank stare. You are supposed to doubt yourself as a result of this behavior. You become even more perplexed as uncertainty permeates your thoughts. I believe you need help, was number 3. You will frequently hear phrases that appear genuine on the outside but are actually gaslighting you. Among them is this. The statement, "You need help," is intended to manipulate, twist, and deceive even though it may appear honest when you're being gaslighted. The abuser actually believes that there is a problem with their victim, and they are seeking to start a chain reaction of worry and self-doubt rather than actual assistance. Do not be duped. This is something that gaslighters always purposefully say in an effort to draw your attention away from their actions. The fourth response was, "You're imagining things." It is a direct attack with the intent to create extreme cognitive dissonance or doubt in the listener's own thoughts. It can make you mistrust your memories and feel insane to claim that you have completely the erroneous perception of things. Repetition of this word or this notion might have highly negative effects. It frequently causes you to depend more on your abuser when you start to lose faith in yourself. 5. You're just misinterpreting my intentions. Gaslighters will never comprehend the idea of impact above intent, and they have no intention of doing so. Instead of accepting responsibility, they will place the blame on a miscommunication and assert that they only had good intentions. This is a tried and true method for abusers to draw attention away from their weaknesses and towards their sense of self-assurance. They will make up the justification that they didn't mean it that way, in order to avoid offering an apology. And don't be shocked if they also tell a few lies. They won't consider your feelings and will cling to the notion that it was all a misunderstanding. That makes their actions acceptable. 6. You always read too much into things. Gaslighters like to use "you" sentences that will make you pause. You're on the right track if you say such things. They frequently worry that you'll keep digging into their behavior when you express that it bothers you. In order to convince you to stop, they tell you that you are overanalyzing, overthinking, or over whatever. This is a really harmful and insensitive thing to say, but if you know what it means, you can use it to support your assumptions. 7th. I never did that or said that. You're a poor rememberer. The most cruel gaslighting expression is this one, despite how frequent it is. They don't trust or believe you, and it destroys your sanity. It's absurd to believe that you hallucinated a whole recollection, even yet it could make sense for someone to forget anything they've said or done. Even worse, a gaslighter might fudge your memory, leading you to believe a made-up story they invented specifically for you at that precise moment. The issue isn't with me, says number 8. You've got it. Gaslighters are excellent at avoiding accountability, in case you hadn't guessed by now. However, this term is particularly damaging because it psychologically torments your self-esteem. These remarks may cause you to feel unworthy of love and respect, or that you are not good enough. You could start to doubt yourself, your feelings, and your behavior, since abusers frequently transfer their own anxieties and issues onto their victims. For fear of being at fault, it may even cause you to diffuse conflicts and accept responsibility. Don't worry about it, is number 9. When a toxic person urges you to forget about it, they are effectively telling you to shut up. People who claim this prefer to practice avoidance, which is an indication of a dysfunctional relationship, rather than exploring and resolving disagreement. Nobody will ever forget what happened, and the wound will continue to swell. You'll probably also lose the desire to discuss your relationship's issues as time passes until you can no longer take them. You are the only person that I have issues with, is the 10th statement. Because it makes you less likely to defend yourself, abusers enjoy invalidating you. This implies that they are flawless and that any problems you may be having with them are your own. The most tragic part is that they firmly hold this opinion and show little sign of shifting. 11th. You're abusing me. Gaslighters frequently charge their victims with abuse. Even if it seems sarcastic, it's merely uncomfortable. The genuine abuser rejoices in the success of their abusive behavior being diverted while you defend yourself and deal with the agony of this statement. 12. If you're lucky, I'll forgive you. Gaslighting toxic individuals frequently experience power highs. They want you to believe that you are at fault, but when it should be them who apologize, they force you to do so and ask for forgiveness. If this occurs, you might not even know what you are sorry for. Maybe all you want to do is make them feel better or make up. Once you're safe, the abuser will make a point of telling you how fortunate you are that you were forgiven. Additionally, despite the fact that this is not the case, they can hold on to the idea that they have to put up with you all the time. So what should you do if you hear these hurtful phrases? Whether it's happening to you right now or in the past, first identify and label them as gaslighting. Verify what is happening to you in your own mind before telling anyone who might further gaslight you. If you're finding it difficult to move past a toxic relationship, speaking with friends, family, or even a therapist can help you process the emotional abuse you've endured and reestablish your reality. Be ready to establish limits when gaslighting occurs. Keep your composure and say something like, "You're speaking to me in an angry and abusive way." Instead of allowing your emotions get the best of you, do this. "I won't participate in this conversation any longer if you go on." Setting boundaries might be difficult since many gaslighters find it difficult to be direct and speak up for themselves. They aren't interested in stable relationships. They desire power. Additionally, leaving the relationship could be necessary if you wish to stop being controlled. Be cautious and safe when announcing your decision to leave if you know it's time to go. It's not unusual for emotionally abusive relationships to develop into violent ones. So, with the assistance of your trusted loved ones or a therapist, develop a safe evacuation strategy. Then, watch out for being seduced by phony promises or gifts. After terminating a toxic relationship, it is essential to avoid all contact. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. Please remember to click the notification bell and subscribe for more videos like this. Check out some of our other videos as well. Regards for tuning in.